Family of one-year-old killed by police at a Walmart in Mississippi wants video released. Add AP News as your preferred source to see more of our stories on Google. Add AP News on Google. Add AP News as your preferred source to see more of our stories on Google. Share a Mississippi family whose one-year-old child was killed when police fired into a moving vehicle said Monday they want authorities to release video showing whether officers were in danger of being struck when one of them opened fire. The shooting has sparked outrage in the small city of Senatobia, where some say it's the latest in a series of troubling encounters between police and black residents. Kohen Wiley was riding with his mother and another woman in a Walmart parking lot on June 14 when police responded to a shoplifting call. The family says they were driving away while the officers say the car was heading toward them. "I watched my baby take his first breath, and I watched my baby take his last breath," Velocier Wiley said at a news conference Monday. The other woman in the car, whose name has not been released, suffered critical injuries according to the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation, which is handling the inquiry. Standing alongside Cohen's parents and grandparents at a local church, civil rights attorney Ben Crump told reporters Monday that the best way to determine whether the officers were at risk is to publicly release any body camera, dash camera or Walmart security camera video. "If that is the truth, then show us that," Crump said. "The longer you delay releasing the video, the more distrustful we become." The Mississippi Bureau of Investigation declined to comment on what videos investigators have or whether they would be released. Agency spokesperson Bailey Martin said Monday. "Read more. This case has been made a top priority," Martin said in an emailed statement, "and we currently have multiple agents working tirelessly to ensure every aspect of the investigation is thoroughly examined." The agency says the officers weren't hurt. Senatobia Police Chief Harold Vanderford did not return a phone message seeking comment Monday. State investigators gave an initial account of the shooting last week, saying that when Senatobia police arrived at the Walmart, they found two women and a child getting into a car and driving away. Sign up for Morning Wire. Our flagship newsletter breaks down the biggest headlines of the day. Email address. Sign up by checking this box. You agree to AP's terms of use and acknowledge that AP may collect and use your data pursuant to our privacy policy. Officers attempted to stop the vehicle, but the driver drove in the direction of the officers, almost striking one. An officer then discharged their weapon and the vehicle fled the scene, the agency statement said. Cohen's mother has said the shoplifting call was over a box of diapers that her friend was carrying, and that she believes her friend had paid for the diapers. State investigators declined to comment on those details. Crump questioned why police didn't let the car go and take down the license plate number. "They were called over a box of diapers and a family now has to bury their baby," Crump said Monday. "You cannot put those two things next to each other and call it reasonable policing." Crump also said an independent autopsy would be performed. "While there is no question the child was shot by police," he said, "details about the angles at which any bullets struck the child could yield clues as to whether the officer fired from in front of the car or off to the side, and therefore whether that officer was in any danger." Policing expert Ian Adams, who teaches criminal justice at the University of South Carolina, told the Associated Press last week that police should know that shooting into a moving vehicle is a very bad idea and one to be avoided at almost all costs, noting the danger to passengers and other bystanders.